Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Tech and Trends with Temper Robin. Today we're talking about things that fold, right? So in the modern age, lots of things fold, guys. You can fold a slice of pizza, that's acceptable nowadays. You can fold a piece of paper, like 5 or 6 times, I think it's maximum. But more interestingly, in the modern age, you can now fold a phone. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Samsung Z Fold6. Samsung sent it over to me to do a little review, and that is exactly what I intend to do today. We're going to take a look at this phone from this size to this size. So, let's roll the credits. This is me coming to tell you my thoughts on the Fold 6. Now, this is, of course, a Samsung device, and it's not the only foldable phone out there. But I think it's fair to say that most of people would agree that Samsung seems to be leading the race in the foldable devices race. I don't know if they're actually racing. Are they racing? Is there a race? We are going to have a quick segment now where we're going to look at the specs of the cell phone, but then we're going to jump ahead to the fun stuff, which is some of my favorite features that I've found on this phone. From a durability standpoint, this phone has an IP48 rating. So that means it has a 4 in terms of dust and particle resistance, and then an 8 in terms of water resistance, which is great. It means that this phone could probably sit in a meter of water, or sit a meter deep in water for up to 30 minutes, and there shouldn't be any damage. Now, this is not something that you should test at home, I don't think, but hey, let's face it, all of us have been at risk of dropping our phone in the loo or the bath or something like that. So if that were to happen, at least with this bad boy, you don't have to panic. You got a couple of minutes to get it out. The phone comes with a number of cameras, so most notably your 3 photographic cameras. So first up, you have a 50 megapixel wide lens, it's a 23mm. Then you have a 10 megapixel telephoto 66mm and a 12 megapixel ultra wide 12mm. But the phone also comes with 2 additional cameras. So we have the selfie camera that lights up on the front screen, and an under display camera, which you'll see when you open the phone, which also allows you to take selfies in the open format. But even better, it means you have facial recognition on the outside as well as the inside. The phone is running Snapdragon 8 generation 2 or 3, not quite sure, because there were a couple of discrepancies when I was doing my research, so maybe one of you guys can let me know for sure. It is a dual SIM card phone, which is of course something that's becoming more and more important to people who are traveling, people that use different networks for different services. Now it's time to talk about the phone screens, right? Now, the outside screen does give the phone the feeling of a very sort of narrow and thin look, but that is completely erased once you open it up to the 7.6-inch OLED screen inside. And I'm going to talk about it later in terms of app positioning. Both screens are really vibrant and provide a really enjoyable experience. Lastly, it's got a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty decent, but when you consider that you have this screen and this gigantic OLED screen in the middle to take care of all the time, every little bit of that counts. So despite its foldable design, the Samsung Fold 6 actually isn't that much thicker than any of the regular phones. You've pretty much got the same size phone in your pocket. Now, over and above software improvements and giving people a little bit of extra screen in the front, now one notable thing on the 5 is that there was a little gap right up here, and a lot of dirt and debris got into there, and that frustrated quite a lot of users. Now, on this one, they've completely managed to close that up. One thing that they haven't really managed to do just yet is remove the crease that seems to run down the center of the phone. Now, to be honest with you, it's not something that really bothers me much, unless you've got some ADD thing or something that it might bother you. What I am interested in seeing, though, is how this fares over a couple of months' usage. But for now, as I say, it's a slight aesthetic gift. Now, when you open it up into this sort of L-shaped mode, it almost resembles one of those old Nokia phones that was for business people. And so it might give you the idea that this phone is perfect for the business person or a serious admin enthusiast, which is true, but I'll say that it is equally great for someone who's here to create content and anyone who is perhaps on the go with some of the features that they've packed in here. So first and foremost, of course, from a design perspective, you can see that it kind of comes with its own stand. There we go, you just pop it up like this, and there you have a camera on the inside of your phone that you can use for just about anything. So yes, at this point we can agree that they've done a great job with the hardware, but they have done an equally great job in beefing up the software, in making improvements to some existing and of course adding some new AI-ish features, which I'll tell you about now. So first up, we have note to text. So you can scribble down notes throughout a meeting, and at the press of a button, you have this converted to clear, easy to read text, which is pretty impressive when you have handwriting as appalling as mine, because, I mean, I just jotted down some notes and this phone actually knows what I'm trying to say. There is one caveat though. Since the phone doesn't naturally or natively come with an S Pen or a stylus, you'd probably be taking down notes with your finger, which is not something I know many people to do. So, naturally, if I was taking notes, I'd just type them out in any case. But my rebuttal against that is this. If you're an old school person and you happen to be taking down notes far away from technology with a good old pen and paper, you can use the camera to scan what you have handwritten. It will identify it and put that into clear and easy to read text, which, to be honest with you, is probably a feature I'd be using quite a lot more. Now, if you thought my handwriting was bad, boy oh boy, hold on to your hats, because we're going to talk about my drawing skills. They are appalling. But that is no longer a problem with sketch to image on the Fold 6. So basically, I can take this quick little drawing that I've done. This is my little blue bus at home. And if I use the AI generator, it will give me options. Okay, now I know you're looking at this thinking this probably doesn't look like a bus, but it knows. This is AI, guys. It knows, and I hit this generate button, and there you have it. It gives me 3 options, or 4 options, should I say, of really artistic. I mean, you could use these for logos. It has taken my appalling drawing and turned it into something of a work of art. I mean, if NFTs were still a thing, I'd be a billionaire. Next up, we're going to talk about circle to search. That's right. So say you're watching your favorite film and you see something in there that you want to know more about. Maybe it's a pair of shoes, or perhaps you're watching Tom Cruise's latest film that you've not seen anything of, and you stop it to take a look at what type of jet this is. All you have to do is hold down the home button. It'll give you the option to circle it. You circle it and it will tell you everything about it. And this is down to literally, it tells me that it's an F-18 and the fact that this could be a scene from the film Top Gun. So, heck, that's pretty cool. Continuing down the road of AI and just how much of it has been incorporated in this device, you have to take a look at the video and photographic options and what you can do in post. So, say for instance, I have a picture of myself about to devour a cupcake. Now, this is very naughty, of course, because I shouldn't be eating cupcakes. My gym guy said so. He says it goes straight to the hips, which I know is a lie, because it's going to go to my chin. I'm pretty sure. If I see this photo of myself about to devour a cupcake, I can simply use AI to simply move it further away from myself, or even better, remove it completely. And then, I'll do you one better. All we have to do is use our sketch to image, and I will draw what I believe a carrot would look like. There we go. Look at that. AI generate, and there where the cupcake used to be is now a bunch of carrots, because that's more healthy and more boring. Now let's talk about multitasking. Now this is something that I don't claim to be able to do, but lucky for me, this phone can. Yes, just have to unlock it. I have to do my secret face. There we go. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you have the option to not only email the body corporate about how Carl's Bougainvillea is hanging over your wall, but you can do all of this all while keeping an eye on that WhatsApp group to make sure that nobody is posting non-security related things on the security WhatsApp group. While you're at it, keep a little YouTube tab open on like some self-defense and kickboxing, just in case Carl gets that message from the body corporate about his bougainvillea and he's cross about it. So one of the things that I did mention is it's good for admin people, it's good for content creators, but why is it good for people on the go? And that is because of live translate. But today I'm going to phone my French friend. Well, she says she can speak French. So today we're testing two things, how good live translate works and if Penyo actually can speak like real French. Okay, I'm putting on call assist and then I'm going to live translate.
Cet appel est traduit et sous-titré en direct. Live traduit.
D'accord. Salut, Timber. Comment tu vas?
Okay. Hi, Kembers. How you're doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? What have you been up to today?
Je vais bien. Merci. Herm, comment allez-vous? Qu'avez-vous fait aujourd'hui?
Moi, je vais très bien, merci. En fait, j'ai fait une édition de danse, donc j'espère que je gagnerai le rôle, tu vois. Et puis, je suis allée en rendez-vous avec une amie que j'aime bien. Donc, on a bien discuté, se balader, même manger la glace ensemble.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Actually, I did a dance audition, so I hope I won and the king you see, and then I went to the appointment with a friend that I like, so we discussed while walking, but eating the address together.
Yeah, I was going to say, it felt like it started off strong. I don't know if I'm judging your French. Is your French real French?
You want to judge my French? My French is the real French.
Well, there you have it. Look, I think in the interests of AI, it is a tough thing to do. And Miss PVK there said that the English translator actually messed up more so than the French one. So I'm not going to get into the battle of the English and the French right now, so I'm going to leave it be. I do believe that there are going to be some South African languages added, so I'm sure Samsung will let us know when those are available. One thing that you might be thinking, perhaps you're on one of the other platforms or maybe you have a different phone and you're thinking, we live in a world of airdrop and quick sharing files is super important. So what has Samsung got in this form? And they, of course, have quick share capability and works the same as AirDrop or any of the others. Of course, it does work better if all your devices are from the same manufacturer, therefore they're all in the same ecosystem, but you'll be happy to learn that should you want to drop, say, a picture of yourself eating a pile of carrots to a friend that has an iOS device, you can quite easily do that with Quick Share. It'll create a link or a QR code. All you have to do is scan that from the other device. The other device, you might have to also download Quick Share, but I mean, once you've got it, you've got it. And then you can get photos and stuff dropped straight from your friends from Samsung or any other Android device. Anyways, all I'm saying is if you are in the market for a new phone and you're thinking about it, I'd definitely go down to my nearest store and spend some time with this interface, spend some time feeling the phone out, how it feels in your pocket. But like, don't steal it, but you get what I'm saying. Once I got my head around the fact that I'm basically breaking my phone multiple times a day, it actually started to feel quite good. And I mean, you can hear that sound. Follow our channel for more things. We've got plenty more tech and trends to review coming up soon. So yeah, I'd like to see you guys around. Then that, I'm going to go eat some carrots. There's a donut with my name on it. See you guys later.